back on. Wonderful. So the call to actions. The call to actions as we close this conversation. What is it we want us to do for ourselves and our students? What is it that I am advising us to do for ourselves and our students? The first one, as I said before, is our identity. Work on all parts of ourselves. And I'm glad I'm starting this little piece over because of the technical issue just now. Because what happens with some of us, and many of us, including myself, we work in space where we have to leave piece of our identity behind. And many of us, we have struggled what part of ourselves to bring. I have seen indigenous folks. I have seen new immigrants. I've seen black women. I've seen LGBTQ people. I've seen trans people having to decide, how do I show up? And for those of you who don't know this, because you have the privilege of not having to overthink your appearance and your persona and your personality and anything, I want you to know that there are people who spend their time considering how to show up. I want you to know that there are people in this world who have to decide, do I show up as my authentic self? I want you to know that. And so, as a teacher, imagine students coming to your classrooms and they can't tell you who they are because they're afraid. They tell you where they live, so you treat them less than. They tell you they're adopted. They tell you they're in foster care. Like, you'd be surprised the kinds of parts of people's identity they hide from you. You'd be surprised. And you cannot engage in softness and your whole self if you don't know who you are and you don't find a sense of belonging and you are not affirmed and there's no self-care. I want you to be intentional. So in 2020, when I did this work, I gave about 15 things. I won't share that tonight, but I have it and I shared it. It's on one of those videos on my YouTube about how to take care of yourself. And we didn't have spa days on it. So I believe in the spa. I love a good massage. I love a good, I get my nails done. I love a good steam room. I do all of the stuff to take care of myself. But none of those things were listed. The things that were listed were things like knowing boundaries for your life, having those boundaries, surrounding yourself with people who pour into you. That's a big one. That's a big one. How do you surround yourself with people that cheer you on? My heart has been broken when I see people having friends around them and nobody to cheer you on. If you are amongst a group of friends, and when you come out of your house and you meet them up, and there are 7 ladies in your group, and you show up and not one person can turn and say, oh my God, I love your hair, or I love what you're wearing, I love something. You have to really question that friend group you're in. I am begging you to question that friend group that you're in. I am begging you to question that friend group that you're in. That's me. Don't worry about it. That's me. Stop sharing. That's okay. I want you to question that friend group that you're in. That if you do not have people to cheer you on, they know you're doing your master's. Who is checking on you, asking you? Who has asked you when is your graduation date? I'm telling you, those are the people you want. They want to know when you're graduating so they could come to the graduation. They know it's only 2 invites you're getting. So they can't make it to the ceremony. But they have already planned the brunch afterwards. I got goosebumps just thinking about that. And I know not every one of you have that. I know not every one of you have that. But I want you to figure out how you engage in softness. I'm going to share a very personal story for you because I feel my heart saying to share it, and I have to share it. When I was doing my PhD at OIS and I was going to defend my PhD, it's a big thing at OIS when people defend their PhD. You see them outside, people's husband, their children, people come. It's a big thing for many people. And I remember the day I'm going to defend my PhD, I just wish I had a partner to just be outside to cheer me on. Because that's what you do when you're in love. Well, I thought that, only to realize that some of the things that I think people who are in love don't even get that. Okay? But I want that. So I don't want what you have. I want what I want. Let me make very clear what I want. And so when I finished my PhD and I defended and I walked outside, my best friend, Kashka Watson, and his partner was there, and another friend of mine, Natasha Kovar, who I work with at my previous job at the college, she was there with flowers, and my friends were there. I walked outside, and there were 3 friends with flowers and chairs waiting for me. I didn't have the partner that I dreamt up in the book and in my dream book outside. But when I walked outside, there were 3 friends with flowers and love and hugs waiting for me. I'm saying it for a reason. It's a part of how we surround ourselves. And when I close, you're going to realize how powerful what my story is in a minute. I'm going to get to it in a minute, and you're going to see I'm going to tie that in. And so another call to action is self-love, it's celebration, and it's community. I put the new group there for community because we were having this big laugh when we were taking this picture. There was this real funny thing happening over there. We had this good laugh. And it just resonated with me, the laugh we had that day. And so I don't want to use that picture. Celebration, if you know, that's my mom. My mom, rest in peace. That's my mom watching over me, now an ancestor. And then, of course, self-love. And this is still in Ghana. And this is still the banks of the Volta River in Ghana. And so, I'm going to wrap up with this final slide. There's a final slide that I want to wrap up with. I'm going to locate it. Give me a minute. I want to wrap up with that particular final slide. I want you to understand as you do this work. Here comes my slide I want to wrap up with today. As you do this work, I'm going to ask you a powerful question in closing today. Here is my powerful question in closing. Oops, sorry. Who will bring the water? I want you to realize this conversation today is not about a single person. So don't walk away from this conversation thinking this was about Dr. Campbell telling me how to be me, how to cheer me on, how to make sure I am the best, that's not it. You have to look back into my slides and realize how many times I said to you, I want to be good so I could be good for others. I want to be affirmed so I can be affirming others. Somebody who is demotivated can't inspire you. I don't want you. No, I don't want that. Somebody who don't think they don't know how to take care of themselves. They can't pour compliment on you. So if you wonder why you don't give the compliments by certain people, they don't even know how to compliment them own self. Are they going to compliment you? Some of you have been wondering, how are you not being treated better by a particular person? I'm going to surprise you. Watch how they treat themselves. They don't treat themselves good. How are they going to treat you good? And so I want to ask you, who will bring the water? And I say that for a reason. Because when we talk about being poured into, when we talk about being full, when we talk about filling ourselves up and filling our cups, there's a lot of conversation about filling and water and drinking the water and doing the water and making sure. Everybody's asking about, how do I get the water? How do I pour? What we are not asking about is who will bring the water. And as educators, I'm going to say this to you in closing. You are responsible for bringing the water. Thank you so much, Raquel. Sometimes we are pouring into everyone else while they watch us die from thirst. And so you have to know that I, Andrew Campbell, I will bring the water. But I also expect when I come to the well, it cannot be empty because I need the water as well. I'm going to close with this. I was in Ghana. I'm going back to Ghana. I was in Ghana this summer for the Summer Institute, engaging in softness. I was in a village. I literally Googled to see if I could find a picture of it. I actually found a picture from there, but it's not the right picture. It's when they were just trying to build the well. I was walking in the community, a far community, rural community in Ghana, Koforidia. That's the name of the community, Koforidia. And I saw a sign, and it says community well. There's a well, a real well, dug well, and it's a community well. And there's a sign that says when it was built and whatever. And I tried to Google to find, because I couldn't find my own picture I took of it. And it was such a powerful, beautiful situation because there was a community well. And I smiled because that's where everybody's going to pull water from. So I want to let you know, as we talk about softness, that you have to continue doing your work to pour into the community well, to pour into our students. Get ready to take care of our students out there. But you have to also know that you deserve water as well. If you keep pouring into people and you don't pour into yourself, you are not going to be good enough. You're not going to be well enough to be good enough. People ask me all the time, Dr. Campbell, are you always happy? And I turned to people and I said, nobody is always happy. There's no such thing. I said, I have my sad days, but I have matured over the years enough to know how to take care of myself, to go to a source, to go to my repair, to go to my refresh, to go to my reignite, to go to my reinstall, to go to my recharge. I hope every one of you listening to me understand how important this is for your career, for your for you to be sustained, for you to be well. You have to know, where do I go to nurture my joy, to protect my joy, to nurture my care, to protect my care. You have to know where you are going to get the water from. At the same time, you are responsible for bringing the water in as well. So I want to stop there. I'm going to stop the recording, everyone. Record.